What's going on, guys? Rank Up Gaming here, and welcome back to the video. Of course, it is a Tuesday, which does mean an episode of Tank Tuesday. Now for this one, we're kind of going out of the boundaries in a way. We're not technically covering a tank. We are covering the artillery truck, which does come under the vehicles category, and I would kind of consider it to be a tank, but it's mainly here because of the fact that it can take out tanks extremely well depending on the variant, and at the same time I kind of thought I kind of want to cover this in this series rather than an outer series one, just because it makes sense and it fits in with the rest of the tanks in a way. So now the artillery truck is actually something that is new for Battlefield 1. We haven't seen this before, or something similar to this, aside from the anti-air trucks. We haven't seen anything like this before that is basically designed to have 3 different variants, very good at taking out different things in the map, and just having different roles in general. Now I do think this thing is actually extremely helpful depending on what variant you take, and the variants are actually very much variable to the point where you don't end up having like a cross where this one is very powerful against this, but this one is also pretty decent against the same thing. You know, they all have different areas and they don't really cross over at all. So one variant is absolutely terrible at taking out aircraft, for example, but the other one is very good at that but can't take out tank. So now there are of course 3 different variants. The first one being the mobile artillery. This is the straight up just artillery gun. Then there's the mobile anti-air, and then the mobile mortar. So now the first one, the mobile artillery, has a 13-pound cannon on top, which is obviously designed to take out tanks. This thing is actually pretty damn powerful, and I believe it does more damage than the artillery cannons that are placed around the map. Now along with having this artillery gun, it can also drop anti-tank mines, actually doing a surprising amount of damage, and I believe one of them can do enough damage to take out the tank to make it immobile, and then another one can actually make it just completely destroyed. So that's extremely powerful, and I believe you drop 3 as well. In each time you press the button it drops one, so you can actually set a huge line of them, and hopefully the tank will go over enough of them in order to blow up. Now its abilities, it has an emergency repair along with, I believe, a gas grenade. It can drop a gas grenade and basically deter anyone around it. Now the driver also gets a light machine gun when driving, and the artillery gun isn't like the standard ones. There isn't just a little reticle on screen and then you can zoom forwards to use it. When you actually zoom in, you get a magnified scope, a bit like a sniper rifle. So of course, because of that, this thing is extremely good at taking out long range shots, and occasionally I'll use it for that. I'll put it on a hill, I'll do as much damage as I can to a tank, and then maybe move around and take it out. For this one, it's really up to you about how you take out a tank, but I would recommend staying a distance, seeing as you can't move when you're on the artillery gun. So it's pretty pointless then to go in as close as you can to a tank, start an engagement, but he can move around and shoot you, but you can't. You have to stay perfectly still, and hopefully get enough shots in him, but of course you are basically a sitting duck at that point. Now for the next one, the mobile anti-air, this thing has a pom-pom gun, as they were called. Now this is one of those anti-air guns that is basically mounted around the map, and is identical to those really, and as they are, is extremely powerful. This thing also has an emergency repair as well as a smoke screen, which basically just creates a cloud around it and make it extremely hard to see, meaning you could probably get away. Now again, this one is one person, and the driver actually has an LMG again. Now this one is, like I said, extremely good at taking out aircraft. And if you see an aircraft flying around using this thing, you actually take him out extremely quickly if you can hit it with your shots. It's quite a skill gap, quite a curve to get used to it, and really once you do, it's pretty damn powerful. Even then, it's not something impossible like the AT-4 from Bad Company 2 or the Shaw from Battlefield 4, but at the same time, it's definitely not easy, and you can't just go up and use it instantly. Now, like I said, this thing is extremely good at taking out aircraft, so definitely use it for that. You can also use it to take out the airship Behemoth. It's extremely good for doing that, and the amount of times where I see my teammates going, oh my god, we can't get on these guns, or we can't take out the aircraft Behemoth quick enough, I just spawn one of these things, go around and just take it out extremely quickly. I definitely recommend doing that if you're getting mullered by the airship. And my last piece of advice is obviously stay away from tanks, or just stay back in general, because you have no anti-tank ability or not much anti-infantry ability. It is definitely not recommended of just charging into battle, getting involved and really taking out the aircraft from there. You definitely want to sit back and take as many as you can, because as soon as you get involved with a tank or majority of infantry, you don't really have much hope. So the final one, the mortar truck. This one, as you can guess, has a mortar on top. It's basically identical to the tank mortar that's available for the land ship. Now right now the mortar in general is extremely effective. This is the airburst mortar it has, and like I said, it is really powerful. I think they're going to change it at some point, but right now it's extremely powerful, regardless what version you use. If you use the tank, if you use the infantry version, or if you use this version, you will always do well using this mortar. Now, along with having the standard airburst mortar, you also have a smoke mortar and a gas mortar along with this variant. So you don't get an emergency repair or anti-tank mines or gas or smoke screens, you do of course get 3 types of mortar. Now, this obviously means that you do have a lot more power, although the smoke mortar is kind of weak because you don't really do any damage with it, you don't do any damage with it. So in that case that one's kind of weak, but then the gas one is extremely powerful, and so of course is the airburst one. Now of course, once again, this is a 1-seat, and now when driving you actually get a heavy machine gun, which is different for the other ones. You get a light machine gun, and then you get a heavy machine gun. This one, I'm not actually sure of its power right now. This is the one variant I haven't yet used, but it definitely will do more damage than the other two. Of course, this one is designed to be the anti-infantry variant. The other two, of course, don't really have much anti-infantry ability aside from the light machine guns, which even then aren't that powerful against infantry. This one is extremely powerful against infantry regardless of what you're using. So of course, when using this, you want to set up in a hidden location, you know, maybe behind a hill or a building, and just rain down endless mortar shots on the enemy. Even you have to do like smoke grenades around them, and maybe mix in a gas grenade or gas mortar with that to kind of create a smoke and gas combo, and then just bomb the hell out of that area or behind it, around it, anything like that. Basically, you just shoot as many mortars as you can, and you'll probably get quite a lot of kills. So once again, you don't want to go close to infantry because you only have one gun which has limited visibility. So by going in close to infantry, you're basically putting yourself at a huge disadvantage where you're probably going to kill pretty easily. So this is all I have for today, guys. Hope you did enjoy. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, share and subscribe. More videos on the way soon. Hopefully there'll be a special video featuring the new operators for Rainbow Six Siege on Saturday. It might be a little bit delayed as it comes out late, but hopefully either way you'll enjoy that as it comes out. Until then, guys, this is Backup Gaming, out.